there, welcome to Big V TV. Great to have you with us for a Monday night, and it's done and dusted, Steve-O. It's all about finals from here on in, and I cannot wait. Including grand finals, by the way. Talking youthies tonight.
This weekend, grand finals, it gets to the very business end of the season. 3 divisions in grand finals in our youth leagues. 3 divisions just about to start some post-season action. As you mentioned, very much looking forward to it.
Now, what's coming up this week? Talking youthies tonight, talking seniors tomorrow night, Wednesday night.
You put me on the spot there, haven't you? Wednesday night.
Maybe are we looking at all-star 5s potentially? Is Craigo joining me at the desk? Maybe rubbing the old crystal ball a little bit?
Could be. I may know some information that you two are not privy to.
Hello.
So,
hello.
Certainly in terms of awards, I have to step aside.
Well, okay.
And
it'd be a better show for it too, by the way.
Yeah, good on you. Good stuff.
Did you get any games on the weekend?
I did.
Because apparently you and I were supposed to be somewhere Sunday.
Got a call from the head honcho from Sandringham Sabres just asking where my presence was.
You didn't turn up?
I didn't turn up.
I don't think I was there either.
No.
Well, actually, I know I wasn't there. Not a case of thinking, I know I wasn't there. But I'm still with the Orange Army, by the way.
Got to see some seniors action.
Well, where did you go to?
Just in warming up to watch Sandringham playing the grand final.
Right, okay.
Clearly, I made sure that
Who'd you go and look at?
I watched Blackburn take on Knox as in state championship men.
And Knox won that game.
Must-win game for Knox, but it didn't matter anyway.
Missed out.
Yeah.
Yep, okay. Well, more on that tomorrow night. All right, let's get stuck into it. Youth League 2 women. There's the results from the weekend. Winners were Werribee, Whittlesea, told you to get on the bandwagon, Western Port, Casey and Pakenham. Now, we can tell you that the final 5, by the way, is Casey, Pakenham, Frankston, the Bolters from Whittlesea and Blackburn. That's the top 5, but let's have a look at these results.
Well, Werribee used a 20-7 first quarter to power past Blackburn. Jasmine Silcock had 26 points. Beth Gray 16 for the Vikings.
Not good for the Vikings going into finals.
No, absolutely not. Slide into that 5th position. Yep. Whittlesea off the back of a 18-5 third quarter. Liv Dalmau 22 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Hayley Wine 21 points, had 5 blocks to go with it as well.
When are you going to jump on the bandwagon?
I might jump on.
Paces are flying.
If they're around the finals in week 3, week 4, might jump on.
How long ago did I tell you, Steve?
About round 3.
I told you to get on it. Yes.
Tessa Matthews 12 points there. Western Port good winners over Sherbrooke. Myra Wood had 18.
Yes.
Liv Woods had 17 for the Suns. Casey too good for Frankston.
Was that Forest versus Forest?
Wood versus Wood and Woods.
Right, okay.
Woody would have been proud. Yep. Casey knocked over Frankston. That was a good win for the Cavs, just easing into the postseason. Obviously, get their week off. Kim Shankland had 24 points, 16 rebounds. I think it was off the bench.
Shankers was off the bench. Had 21 minutes.
Had 4 steals in that. Cassie
well done to Shankers.
Very good as well for Frankston. And I like the win for Pakenham over Southern Peninsula getting into the finals.
Cootsie just with a handy 10 steals.
Not bad, eh?
The thief from Packy. So Casey, Pakenham, Frankston, Whittlesea. I'm telling you, Steve, get on board. And Blackburn, that's the top 5. So well done to those teams. Let's have a look at Youth League 2 men. There's all the results from a very, very busy final round of the season. Chelsea, Melton, Frankston, Pakenham, Collingwood, Mornington, Keesey, Collingwood, Whittlesea, Frankston are the winners.
Well, it was interesting.
How did I go there?
Mornington, to me, did it the hard way. They knocked over Craigieburn and then went down to Whittlesea. So ended up solidifying their playoff berth.
Let's not forget also, Mornington lost arguably the best player in the competition, or certainly one of the best during the season.
Certainly, if you go back to the top, Razza Frost finished off the season in style.
Razza
27.
Frost. Is that what we've gone to?
That's correct. 27, 17, and 5 assists.
You got to be kidding me. We're not calling him Nathan anymore. That's out the window.
Well, Nathan's his brother.
Well,
so
who
that's
is it?
why we wouldn't be calling
which bloody Frosty is it? There's that many of them. Aaron Frost. Right. Razza. Okay.
You're lost there.
Frosties.
Jimmy Henderson, 20 points. Not his best game for the Pacers this weekend, mind you.
We must be on replay in the Frost household. I mean, seriously.
Surely. It'd have to be. It's on the big screen, TV, 5:30 p.m. each and every weeknight.
Did Chelsea make it? Is Frosty in?
No, they missed out.
Razza, done. See you later, mate.
Done. Come back.
Hey, I'll give you a tip, Razza. We won't be talking about you for the next 4 weeks, mate. You're done.
You never know.
No, we're not talking about Razza for the next 4 weeks. He's done and dusted. He's on holidays.
Aren't you talking about All-Star 5s on Wednesday, potentially?
Oh, maybe. Maybe he gets one more mention this week, Frosty. Okay.
Melton knocked over Western Port. No bowl back in that game for the Thoroughbreds. Not sure.
BB?
May have just had a week off in preparation for the playoffs. Broden Collins had 26 and 11 in that game. Helbig 30 points and 9 rebounds for the Steelers. Frankston got Keysborough by 2 points.
2 points?
In their tune-up for the finals. Might have just taken it a little bit easy. Tommy Garrett 10 points. Tristan Lloyd as well.
Okay.
Pakenham got Wallen. Ned Wiedemann 20 points. In a little bit of form.
He's been in form all season. The Weed. He's been very, very good, Neddy Wiedemann.
That's not a great nickname.
What's that?
The Weed. We shouldn't use that.
Oh, sorry. Ned Wiedemann is what I meant. Okay, Collingwood over Maccabi. Manuel had 20 in that one. Collingwood finished second on the ladder.
Yes, had head-to-head over Pakenham. I think they tied on the same record.
Just keep an eye on them.
Yes.
They're very good. Mornington over Craigieburn, you said Brezek had 29 in that. Is it Brezek? Maxi, okay, fair enough. Keezy, Keezy had a pretty good weekend, to be honest with you. Inconsistent season, but Timmy O'Donovan 24 and 13 in that game. Collingwood smacked Latrobe City by plenty, but just a call out to Louis D'Angelo, scored 30 of Latrobe's 64.
Yeah, and they were in the game for the first 3 quarters, a 34-7 fourth quarter that certainly did the damage and blew out the margin. Khan Tap had 23 points and 10 rebounds as well for the All-Stars.
And Deng Dut had 22 in that one. Whittlesea over Mornington by 10. You've spoken about that one, but James Henderson just a lazy 43.
Yeah, it was nice. He was aided too by Adam Guala, who had 16 points, 17 rebounds and 6 assists as Whittlesea got a handy win to finish the season.
And Frankston got Western Port by plenty as well, home by 28. So top 6 again, Frankston, Collingwood, Pakenham, Melton, Craigieburn, Mornington have made the finals.
Look forward to a couple of elimination finals this weekend.
Let's have a look at Youth League 1 Women. There's the results up on screen. And Camberwell are the big story out of the final round. They got smacked by Geelong, went down by 3 to Corio, missed the finals.
Is that the big story, or is McKinnon the big story? Because they're the one that slot straight into 4th.
Well, how was the win?
AT last week declared that they needed a miracle.
They got it.
That was what she called it, a miracle.
Got it at Sunbury. 2-point winners, not at Sunbury, at home, but beat Sunbury. Chelsea Branston had a quad double.
Absolutely unbelievable.
21 points, 11 rebounds. I think she had 12 assists and 10 turnovers.
Well,
so she had a quad double.
That's why you go with a quad double. Is that right?
Well, she made the blue carpet on the basis of getting all the. It might have been steals. Might have had 10 steals or something. Anyway, she dominated that game. Angers had 19 and 10, but McKinnon got the miracle they were after. Seatown went down in 2 games, and McKinnon, believe it or not, has made the finals.
Well, that's right. Sneaks into 4th because they were still reliant on a Sunday result. And as you mentioned, Camberwell went down to Corio Bay at home.
And Craigieburn had to beat Keilor, and Keilor got them by 7.
That's right. Craigieburn went down by 7. Despite Casey Valenti-Payer's 22 points and 8 rebounds, Corio got Camberwell. Carly Vullerman had 19 points, 29 rebounds.
Boards.
Mind you, Tegan Tatlock 20 points and 5 rebounds. And they did McKinnon a massive favour, did the Stingrays.
Anyone from Seatown want to box out in that game? I mean, 29 boards. That is ridiculous stuff. Emily Conn, 17 for Sunbury against Chelsea. They got home by, 47 points. Just snuck across the line. And you mentioned Emily Ellis, did you? 13 points for Keilor on Sunday. They very good spread of points, Keilor. So, final 4, here we go. Youth League 1 Women. Keilor, Sunbury, Colonel Sanders and the crew from Geelong get in, and McKinnon, believe it or not.
Unbelievable.
Chelsea Branston.
There you go.
Very, very good. Youth League 1 Men. Elimination finals were played on the weekend, and this is how they rolled out.
Semi-finals.
You wrote elimination finals, Steve.
Well, they are elimination, semi-finals, whatever you like to call them.
I can only go by what you put in front of me, Steve.
Let's go with semi-finals.
I'm still getting over the fact that you called Frosty Razza Frost in the official notes.
It's official now.
Okay, well, there's the results up on screen from Youth League 1 Men. Sunbury over Geelong. I did tell you last Friday, nothing more certain in all of the Big V, and they came through the Jets 91 to 81. Kyle Collins with 22. KC leading the band as usual.
Yes.
Nathan Baker, the Baker had 19 and 15, and Nathan Marshall had 13 and 10. The big boys came to play.
They absolutely did. That big three certainly outweighed Geelong's big three. Wang Nyath had 19 points and 7 rebounds. Joshy Hindle had 17 and 9. Just didn't have an answer for Sunbury down the stretch.
You went for Geelong, didn't you?
I don't think so. I think Sunbury just. But certainly good performance by the Supercats. Great season as a whole. But Sunbury, the benchmark team of the competition, advanced to that big dance next week and the week after.
And they'll be playing Waverley. Waverley got Werribee by 16. Dylan Larkin 21 and 8. Daniel Herbert 16 points for Werribee. Sets it up for a Sunbury Waverley grand final. It's going to be best of 3.
Yes.
And it's going to start at Waverley.
Correct. And I don't think anyone would argue that those two teams are undeserving to be in the grand final.
Totally
I think
deserving.
These two teams have been the benchmark teams of the competition. There's been a gap between the top two and the rest.
We're going to talk about it more later on in the week, but game 1 of the grand final series will be at Waverley.
Correct.
Saturday, I believe. Is that right?
Saturday at 8:30, I believe, but time is obviously to be confirmed.
Will you be going out to that game, Steve?
Potentially. It might be going to one of the following games we're about to speak about.
Right, okay. We're going to speak about Moulton VYC women. The knockout semis, even though Steve's written elimination on the sheet in front of me. Knox defeated Nunawading by 7. I think we both went for Knox.
Yes.
Aliana Bravington 28 and 16 in that game.
Excellent game to be a part of by all reports. There's a massive crowd out at the State Basketball Centre. Certainly was a great four-quarter performance by both sides. You mentioned Bravington 28 and 16. Leah Santamaggio was well held by Nunawading.
Did a lot of other things though.
Yeah, a lot of work being put in to Santamaggio. Rebecca Eddy had 21 and 8 for Nunawading, but Knox just get over the line when it mattered. Down
the stretch in that game, Santa Maggio came up with some really good rebounds and steals and set that up. A couple of really good dimes as well. Rebecca Eddy had 21 and 8 for Nunawading. Super season for Nunawading.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very good. Knocked Ringwood out in the first week, of course.
Don't remind them.
And Knox will take on the Orange Army. Sandringham too good for Melbourne, 74 to 62. Cassie Hill 23 and 11 for Melbourne. Nikki Metcalf 14 points. Cranner's Zoe Kranzberg had 12 and 14, but the Orange Army get up, and from all reports, they were thoroughly disappointed, Steve, that you didn't turn up.
Yeah, same with your presence. It was not there. I heard the exact same comments, but Melbourne just didn't really have the offense to go with Sandringham, had the firepower from the get-go, and the 12-point margin is probably deserved.
So Knox and Sandringham, 7 p.m. I think it is 7 o'clock. To be confirmed, is it?
Obviously to be confirmed, but we believe it's
Saturday
at this
night?
stage it's 7 p.m. Saturday night.
And that's game 1.
Yes.
Best of 3.
Correct.
Now, is there any chance that you're going to be going to that game, Steve?
There could be some
Well, you've
chance.
let Sandringham down miserably so far this season. I've said to your Orange Army from day dot, any chance you're going to go out and see them?
Well, obviously, with the long chat that I had with the head honchos of Sandringham on Sunday evening, that I didn't make it to their elimination / semi-final. They obviously want me back there in game 2 or 3 if required, where they can potentially lift the trophy.
Okay, fair enough. All right, we'll come.
So there
to
is
that.
some
We'll
chance.
come to that later on in the week. Speaking a lot of crap at the moment. Moulton VYC men. There's the results from the weekend. Nunawading get Hawthorn by 26, 28 to 11 third quarter by Nunna. Remo had 19. Dan Baxter had 9 rebounds, 8 assists, and how many points?
Just had the 2 points, but certainly did everything else.
Right, got to mention there. Naon Lazarus had 14 and 10 for Hawthorn. Xavier Evans 11 points. Good season by Hawthorn, but Nunawading cruising at the moment. We'll talk about them in a moment. Eltham over Sherbrooke. This was the big one. Huge game. Eltham get it by 8. Christian Yamuni, 34 points. Absolutely mooned Sherbrooke. He dominated that game. Obi McBeggar had 15 rebounds and plenty of other stats. Sherbrooke, Joshy Dow had 20 and 8. Ali Bear had 17 and 12. Cam Bradley 15 and 13. Huge crowd apparently.
Yes.
Massive crowd. We told you they'd come out in numbers.
That's right. We built it up to be expected. Big numbers, great crowd, loud atmosphere. It was excellent.
Where's your Mooney?
Game.
34.
Your Mooney just had this one in his back pocket, really.
Dominated.
34 points. Offense was firing on all cylinders. Over McBeggar down the other end. I think he had 8 defensive rebounds and then 7 offensive rebounds as well. So he was doing it both ends as well.
Yeah, we're in a bit of strike. Go on.
I just wanted to mention Sherbrooke's season.
Right, okay.
Just before we pressed on with the grand final, the 2 grand final teams. Sherbrooke have had a fantastic season. Obviously, they played their mini final before the finals even begun, just to sneak in.
Yep.
Upset in week 1 of the finals. Got to this stage, were in the game for the majority, and only just fell short by a handful of points in the semi-final. Certainly, hands must be given to the Sherbrooke Suns.
I think they've got a few players that age out as well, so their last game for the youthies, so well done to those players. Now, best of 3, it'll start this Saturday. Nunawading home court first up. It's Nunawading and Eltham. I think we've got some issues on the show for the next couple of weeks, Steve-O, because...
We have some issues.
Well, we do. We haven't touched on the Nunawading game. Very, very good. They're flying at the moment.
Yes.
And you are well and truly... You have both feet in at the Nunawading camp. We know that you have slapped every other team they've come up against, because you have been on Nunawading's bandwagon for a long, long time this season. Even when they had a bit of a slow patch in there, you stuck with them throughout. There is no doubt that I'm with Jeffers and the crew at Eltham all the way.
Yes.
Red Army, Blue Army, we know that. The next 2 weeks is going to be full on, because I know that you're not going to back down.
No, absolutely
I
not.
know that you're going to stay with the Spectres.
And the same goes with you.
You know I'm going to stay with the Wildcats. So I know we've got a bit to talk about later this week, but give us your 15-second spiel right now on what you think Nunawading's going to do to Eltham.
Well, I probably wouldn't even need 15 seconds, really. I mean,
Wow.
I know we're going to speak about the games in depth on Thursday,
You're
the
that
grand
confident?
final previews. But I mean, the Spectres come out with their current form. They'll win in 2 games.
2 games?
Yeah.
You're that confident?
Oh, they're pretty strong at the moment. Just look at their form. Their players, their depth, led by a brilliant head coach, and away they go.
Okay. All right, fair enough. We'll take that on advisement out at Eltham.
Yes.
I'll be speaking to Jeffo later tonight. We'll be putting the game plan in place.
Yep.
He usually rings me on a Monday night for a
Good.
game plan.
Good
So we'll be having a bit of a chat tonight.
Excellent.
And I'm telling you right now, Steve-O, you disrespect the Wildcats and you will pay dearly.
Look forward to it.
Rightio, there we go. It's going to be a very, very big couple of weeks on Big VTV. We are firmly in opposite camps. Blue Army and the Spectres here, Red Army and the Wildcats here. I look forward to it. We're going to slap you senseless, Steve-O. Have a great night. We're back tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. on Big VTV, talking all things seniors. All 6 divisions done and dusted for the season. We're headed to finals, baby. Cannot wait. We'll see you tomorrow night.